So we've got the best meta players under 300,000 coins each. Now, we're going through the whole team. We're looking at goalkeepers first. I don't normally go too heavy into goalkeepers because everybody has their opinion. And to be honest, everybody has their set goalkeeper already. Van der Sar is normally my favourite. He's gone up a little bit now, okay? He was 295, now he's 309. Of course they want to do that to me. But regardless, he's normally my favourite. Standout, Van der Sar is normally my favourite keeper in the game. Most of the time when it comes to keepers, I just go with my best untradeable. At the minute, I've got Casillas in there. He's a solid keeper, but Donnarumma will do the same, Koba will do the same, Alisson will do the same. They predominantly don't have that much of an effect this year. So let me know down below who your favourite keeper is. Normally whenever I do a ranking goalkeeper, best meta goalkeeper, there is so many different opinions from Ederson, Courtois, Alisson to Stegen, Peter Cech. Everybody has their favourite, so I don't go too heavy into them. So let's get into the fullbacks. So we have got a star-studded lineup with the fullbacks. There is a lot of top end that you can get, some very, very cheap, some a little bit more expensive, and most definitely there is going to be better fullbacks you can get the more price you put in. The Carfu Galazzo, you look at the Battle who's 500k, from Baka to Rolfo to Ferland Mendy. Of course there's going to be top ends. But to be fair, with all of these here, I'd be happy with any of them, to be fair to them. I really would. I threw Havertz in here not because the SBC has expired, and same with Mukiele. It's purely what you could have had a long time ago. You could have got Havertz as a winter wildcard in winter wildcard season. I think that was November, I want to say. I can't actually remember when. But he then now has an evolution, or did have an evolution, that could have made him 91. That card would still be relevant right now. Maybe you would have obviously wanted to kind of updated with a playstyle plus now, but most definitely that card is still viable as an option 100%. Mukiele is a showdown, then if you went into the showdown plus making him a 92, that is a phenomenal value. For 60,000 coins, that right back could definitely still be available today. The ones that we've got that are obviously in packs, in the transfer market, not necessarily SBCs for a lot of them. We did have Vasquez as an SBC, another great option. The big thing as well with a lot of these Team of the Seasons, especially the lower portion, there's been a lot of evolutions that you could have got from them. From the live upgrade, you've then had the Team of the Season upgrade Series 1 and 2, which for 92 rated cards, 92 and 93, you can obviously go from a 93 to a 94, from a 94 to a 95 if you wanted to put it on one player. I think that is a great idea if you are looking at one specific position as well. So most of them can be viable in each of it. I don't believe Moments can. I'm pretty sure it is just Team of the Season cards. So you've got to flex with it as well. But Vasquez, brilliant card as an SBC. Klaus, loved him from the absolute start of the game. His road to the knockout into then, I think, the team of the group stage. Brilliant cards you could get. Even Tavernier, he is an oldie but goldie when it comes to Team of the Season from the amount of upgrades he got from scoring unreal penalties, getting the assists, and now he's back in the Team of the Season plus as well. And it's another big thing to note with a plus, you barely need any chemistry for them. So it's another added bonus on top. He's always got incredible pace. He's then got a little bit of shooting. A dead ball plus is a decent option. You've obviously got Carvajal as a very much nostalgic right back now. He is still absolutely kicking. 91 pace. It's a big upgrade for him with some very good play styles. From the Moments, Estepina, brilliant card for 22,000. Very, very good card. If you are looking for bog standard cheap, he's one to definitely go for. Nuno Mendes, a little bit more expensive, but we know the PSG, the Portugal links, he's a fantastic card. Same as Thiago, both in the Ligue 1, both with incredible amounts of pace. Defending wise, he's a little bit less, which you can expect for the 35k. But again, not a bad option if you want it. And the big thing with Team of the Season is, it's not necessarily that everybody plays as good as everybody, because people can argue, is Cancelo like 10 times better than Estepina? Is he 10 times better than Thiago? Probably not. Unless you're looking at like the absolute top end, like a 5 million Ferland Mendy. There's not a great deal between them, and to be honest, a lot of evolutions, especially because we get one per league. So we had La Liga Evolution, or La Liga Team of the Season Evolution. We've had Bundesliga, Liga and Prem. You've almost got 4 players, and maybe, yes, they all don't fit in the same position, but you've got 4 players that are at least between 91 and 93. that are free. So it makes it even harder to say you should go and buy one, because Evolutions is really taking it to them. Maybe, yes, you don't get your right playstyle pluses on every one of them, but it's never a bad option. Cancelo in himself, very, very good left back. He's gone up to a 95. All credit to him. And same with Charles. I've seen her in a few games. We've played with her a handful of times with obviously Sammy Kerr, with Bunny, and there's been a decent amount from her. But in terms of left back, right backs, if I was looking at who I would actually get from this lineup, I think I would probably go for a steady Cancelo as left back, and at right back, I'd actually probably go with Tavernier. If I've done the SBCs, Havertz and Mukiele would be more than fine. Are you looking for coins to improve your team? Then you need to head over to lootbar.gg, the most reliable and the best coin service you can find. Also, they have incredible 24-hour manual customer service that you physically cannot find anywhere else. But before finishing on lootbar.gg, make sure you are using JT11 to get 8% off coupon. Once you've gone through the payment, you'll be able to get your coins within the next 24 hours. Absolutely guaranteed. Also, with the code, you'll be able to get 5% more coins on every transaction. Make sure you do click the link either in the description or down in the comment section below. Now, in terms of centre backs, this is where it really thrives. I think centre backs, they have got absolutely spot on for the cheap value. Hanko, St. Just, both incredibly cheap. 25k, Hanko at 64. Now, St. Just is it's almost like that factor of he's the most paced centre-back in the game, 95. The only person that's very close to him is his gold card at like 94, 93. So he is the most pace you'll find on a centre-back. Now, I'm not going to say and sit here he's as good as Hanko, because for me, Hanko is just incredible. He is one of the best centre-backs for the price that you're paying. I think he's absolutely wonderful. But then, even if we go away from them two and the glazing that is happening right now, you've got some stunning centre-backs. You've got the lovely Leverkusen pairing in Hincapié and Tar. Very, very good pairing in themselves, and both incredibly cheap. You can get the lower Vidic, arguably aerial slide tackle. Better playstyle pluses. You could have also put him into the Galazzo Icon evolution, which would have made him 93, and technically very, very close to his 94. Kohler as the 92, absolutely love him as a centre-back. Him and Marquez last year, I think it was Marquez in the captains or the fantasy, was one of them, and he just absolutely shone. When we got the base version of him with both of them, very standard, very good defending, little pace. Once we get into these ratings, the pace gets increased, the defending's already top notch, they've got to upgrade the passing, they have now play styles they anticipate is brilliant for both of them. And Cordoba's one of them ones, is always good. He's a smaller centre-back like Cannavaro, aerial and intercept, very, very good. The only thing I'm not a big fan of is I don't believe he is lengthy, which we'll double check, but I'm pretty sure he's not. I could be totally wrong, because every time I put that out there, he is. And he's not, so I was right for once. I think was it Maldini that I kept getting wrong? I don't know why. But then we also have Todibo. I personally think he could have been better. I really think they could have given him a better playstyle plus triple, but unfortunately they kind of went for the low end with him. Whereas Lucas Hernandez, I'm all for. Very good centre-back, very good in that back line. Now into the midfield, it gets a bit more expensive. Now I think when it comes to midfield, wingers, I'd probably say them too. I think strikers, there is a good amount of cheap budget strikers that you can get. Whereas midfielders and wingers, it seems to be still that we have good options. Like they're decent, but there's no like crazy world beaters at the minute. Whereas the centre-backs, I think Hanko everybody could go for. You could definitely go for like a Lucas Hernandez. A Vidic is definitely up there in the top. Whereas midfielders, I like one, but I'd have to pair him with someone insanely better. Like if you went with a Fred and a Busquets, or an Edison and a Szoboszlai, that's a good pairing, but most definitely it's not going to be what wins you absolute top end, and that just is what it is. These are the point for them being a bit cheaper. Some of them have some very good ratings, and the price definitely speak louder. Santos is a perfect example at 94 with a rapid finesse, 5'5", and 140,000. It's a very cheap and affordable player that you can go for that definitely, even off the bench, will give you something. I'm a big fan of Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I think he did really well. He finally got his +1 upgrade, which was nice because I did have him as my live team of the season upgrade. So he is now 94 for me, but I was hoping he might have got to that 95 instead. Unfortunately, you pick, you lose, you move on. Then we've obviously got Simmons, however you want to pronounce it, Xavi. He is 93 as the cam, the cheapest Bundesliga cam that you can get. Royce, Musiala, and obviously Wirtz were in that top end, but I still think he's got incredible dribbling. If you're looking for an out-and-out cam, he can definitely do it. Patry, the cheaper one out of the three Barcelona midfielders. You've obviously got Putellas and also Bonmati. Unfortunately, she doesn't hold a candle, but 40,000 coins. I mean, a 94 centre mid, a little bit on the shorter side compared to your Hullets and your Vieira kind of box-to-boxes, but she will definitely hold her own. Fred, fantastic. Love some of them. Some of the mixed leagues are brilliant. You've obviously got Fred, Balotelli, Busquets is next to him. You've got Victor, who's a bit more expensive. Job, love a bit of Job. He isn't quite up there in my opinion. Maybe could have put him in, might have been a bit harsh not to, but I do think when it comes to links, being the moments, little bit harder. Brazilian and Spanish, I find you can link them pretty well. To be fair, maybe English, I might have oversighted that, but this is kind of what I've gone for now. I can't add him in. Busquets, one of the best passers on the game. Triple playstyle plus on the passing, 99 passing. I mean, what more can you ask? He's had his pace increase. He's got incredible defending, dribbling, and physical. He may not be a carrier of the ball, but he can ping anywhere on the pitch. Ruben Neves, kind of like Fred and a bit like Patry. Very nice upgrade for him to be kind of that box-to-box. He's got the 5-star weak foot. He's got a shooting, a defending, and a passing playstyle plus. So he's very versatile in his card. And for the price that you're paying, if you're looking for that Saudi team, I mean, he's not going to be the worst option you go for. Then we also have the two Liverpool lads from obviously the Live and the Prem. McAllister at 85 and Szoboszlai at 120. Now, I do prefer Szoboszlai, but definitely McAllister is aimed to be more of a box-to-box. You whack an anchor on him. He's not going to be the worst in the world, especially if you are looking for Prem. Now, Edison is still available. It is going for the Europa League final. So he is a showdown that has got one more day to go. I just think that for 50k, you're not really getting a bad deal, to be honest. If they manage to pull off the unthinkable of beating Leverkusen in their final final 2 games of going fully invincible, then at least you get a 94 card out of it, to be honest. Hoffman wasn't that impressive. With the amount of Bundesliga cams we've got, I think he's very standard. Whereas Edison, if he manages to get that 94 for 50,000 coins, that's going to be a steal. Now, in terms of wingers, we've got a few, and I'm not going to sit here and say they are the most impressive. I do think wingers, because now we've got like the Salas, the Dembeles, the absolute top. You look at a Vinny, you look at all of the kind of major leagues, they have all got pretty much one really top end, and then they kind of flex. Like we saw with Bundesliga, it was a lot of cams. With Ligue 1, it was a lot of midfielders, I want to say. Obviously, with La Liga, we've had a few either. And then, obviously, when it comes to the rest, we've had a lot of mixed leagues as well. Nani being a great example of it. Absolutely love him. Nearly at the top price at 207. Very, very good. Left wing, right wing. He can go into that cam. I think the dribbling side of him is what is kind of my more favoured trait from him. Garnacho, I think for 250, little bit expensive. I'd probably rather go for Nani, but he again brings it out of it. Argentina, Prem, he's got himself the links. He's an easy one to go for, especially he was kind of like a main hitter from Red Picks if you were doing champs. Sancho, a little bit cheaper on the option, and it's kind of why he's in. If he was like 200k, I don't know if I'd include him. I think he's good, but he's very inconsistent at times for me. He can beat a man. He hasn't unfortunately got any playstyle pluses that are pace orientated, but he does have the whipped pass and the finesse, which does add that kind of attacking value of either going for the cross and assisting or going for the shot on obviously his left foot. I think he's left footed. Is he left footed? Honestly, sometimes I don't think everybody is left footed. I want to say, is he left? No, he's right footed. Why on earth I thought he was left, but he can cut in on his right then, so that makes sense. Mallard is cheap and an absolute beast. 34,000, quick step Travella Flair, 4-4. She has the option of a striker. I'd definitely keep her more wing, but a very, very good card you can get for literally pence. And I loved his future star. Savio is rapid. His quick step into that 97 pace is awesome. Very, very nice. He has unfortunately got the two other playstyles that I'm just like, why did we get them? The dead ball, I'm like, okay, one person in the team's probably going to have it. But Trickster as well, I'm not a big fan of. I'd have loved a shooting one for him. I think it would have really made this card so much better. But the rapid, if you are looking for someone to get down that byline, that is the card to go for. Athenia, beautiful card. We loved the upgrade, and this is the problem with a couple of them is we already had a 92 plus one, or 92 future star one from the evolutions, I think it was. It's just not enough of an upgrade, unfortunately. Now, she does have the triple playstyle plus, again gone in with the Trickster, so kind of just two with a quick step and Travella, which is nice. But is it that much of an upgrade if you've already done that 92? I'll let you be the judge. And Kubo is one of my fan favourites. I love this card. He's got the technical, he's got the ping pass, and also the power shot. A brilliant SBC for 66. He's rapid, he's got himself the dribbling, he's got a good shooting upgrade. Could do with a little bit more. Maybe you're looking for a finisher, a hunter, or something in between. A very, very cheap and affordable card. At the minimum, could go on the bench. And the same with Kudus. 270. He was a live upgrade to 92. Rapid plus, Trickster, whipped pass. Another one that is just crazy, crazy quick. If you're looking for byline wingers, Savio, Kudus, two absolute pairings that you want. Now in terms of the strikers, there's a whole host of very cheap and affordable. Number one, Balotelli. Beautiful card. Absolutely brilliant. For the price that you're paying, which is coming in at 74, well worth everything. At the minimum, a bench. But if you've not got the top end strikers, we're talking Vinny, Mbappe, R9, Haaland, a Kane team of the season. Balotelli is a perfect fit in anybody's team. For the price that you're paying, is easy up there with the best of them. We do have, I think there is, Balotelli is my number one. I absolutely love him in the game. Shaw wasn't bad as well, standing at 5'11 at 109. For even just the rating alone, 96 rating, 100k is an absolute steal for it. She's an absolute monster going forward, so she is one that will always be there. Kototo, a little bit lower on my opinion. I think she comes kind of under Peugeot probably under everybody in this actually. The rapid definitely saves her a little bit, and I do think the finesse is very nice, but she isn't necessarily the striker that I thought she could have been. Whereas Watkins, absolutely brilliant. Vardy, fantastic finisher of the ball. A little bit lower on the estimations. I felt like he could have been a bit more responsive, but still a very good card for a Vardy in the championship, especially if you are making a championship side. There's starting to be a fair few team of the seasons that can get in. Love a bit of Podolski. That left foot is absolutely clean with a 5-5. Brilliant upgrade for him. Aubameyang I'm always a big fan of. He is just rapid in himself. He's got himself the power shot and the rapid combination alongside a bit of acrobatics, which every now and then, if you're trying to be a bit flary, then he's going to be the one to go for. If you're looking for just a powerhouse striker, Boniface is your man. The press proven, the aerial, the power shot. He is just an absolute rock that you cannot get the ball from. He's had a great pace increase. He's had a great season, to be honest. I want to say, was it he? No, it was Verts that gone back to back. He got UEL team of the group stage. He got a player of the month, a lovely 90 future star, and then bang into the lovely team of the season 93. And Peugeot was another very good card in herself, to be fair. For 299, she's just coming in on the cusp. I don't know if I'd quite go her over Balotelli, but she most definitely did deliver the goods. The pace was fantastic, the finishing was brilliant, and the dribbling was insane. Physicality-wise, not my fan favourite, but definitely with a plus card, never going to complain. So that is going to be my list for today. Make sure you do like and subscribe on this, and I will catch you all for the next one tomorrow. Peace.